Hi everyone, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation, an emerging nation with the United States of the world. We're on a mission to banish poverty. And we're now in a position after about 4.5 years of putting in solid foundations, expanding our economy to improve the liquidity and value of our currency, that will benefit all our citizens, because all our citizens hold our currency. And anybody can become a citizen. You just come along, register, prove you're a real person, and that's all there is to it. And there's no fee, there's no obligation. And once you are a citizen of ours, we see you in the same light as everybody else. We just see everybody as a human being, regardless of age, creed, colour, class, gender, financial status, educational level, whatever else. We don't pigeonhole people. We don't separate you for any reason at all. We just see everybody as part of one big family of humanity. We recognize that all human beings are unique, have something unique to offer our community, and therefore of equal value to every other member of our community. And we have a little affirmation that we use at the beginning of each of these updates to help us with that non-separatist ideology. And we take that affirmation and use it after our little initial prayer. And that is to help us find true happiness in life, not short-term pleasure that you get from buying the house or going on vacation. Those are all good feelings and should be enjoyed. But what we're talking about is that inner bliss that is always with you, can't be destroyed. And that's something you can't buy. There are a lot of people that some other people may think, oh, those are really successful because they've got a lot of money, a lot of houses, private planes, but they're not happy. And they're still searching for something. They don't know what it is. And that makes them even more unhappy because they can get more money, more power, more homes, more, more everything that is not filling that need inside them for that bliss. And the only way you can get that is through loving service to others. The great thing about being of loving service to others is because humanity is always all interlinked. It's a fact, really, that you can't do something good for somebody else without it benefiting yourself. And it becomes even more true the more you go out and be of loving service to others. Everything that you want and need, you'll find attracted to you. You won't have to stress out chasing after money or trying to fit time in to do this, that, and the other. It'll all start working for you. Excuse me. Now, I said there's no fee and there's no obligation in We Share Abundance, and there isn't. But there are lots of things that you can get involved in, and there are a lot of things that can make you very good money. But don't chase the money. Go out and be of loving service to others and let the money just take care of itself, and it will. Because if you do that, you'll find that inner joy, that happiness. If you just chase the money, you may accumulate a fortune, but will you be happy? You'll get pleasure, but will you be happy? Probably not. And because you're not happy, things will start unfolding and it won't be a good part of your life. So do it the right way around. Just get out there, share love, share abundance, be of service to others, help them without thinking about the rewards, and the rewards will come to you. So that's what our little prayer's about. It's about finding that true happiness in life. So we'll get started in a moment. We'll just welcome you, whether you're watching the replay or whether you're watching live. We have a lot of people watch the replay because 7 p.m. London time is an ideal time for everybody every day. So the replays are all available in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You're just as welcome if you're watching the replay as you are if you're live. But it's nice if you're live, because if you've got questions, you can ask them, and most of the time you can get an answer. Sometimes we don't have the answers for you, but we'll find them, or we'll direct you to where you can get the answer. Okay, with that said, let's get started with introducing Mary, who's in from Chicago, Illinois, USA, Louis from Lisbon in Portugal, Eric from Gatineau, Quebec in Canada, and Maureen from London in England, Derek from West Palm Beach, Florida. Okay, those are the people that are here currently. So let's start with that little prayer and the affirmation, and then we'll get up to date with what's been going on. We've also got our weekly raffle to draw today, and we'll get everything done, and then we can go on enjoying what's left of the weekend. I see we've got Richard popped in as well from Devon in England. So here we go. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they find the joy of service, and through service attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their lives. Amen. And our little affirmation. We're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay. Right. I don't really have any updates for you. I've been plodding on with various things. I did get a message out today, which once again, you get a copy of it in your inbox and you can adjust it. Make sure you change the links if you are using it to your own links. And then you can send it out, post it on Facebook, put it in a blog post or whatever, whatever you do. And just do a little bit every day. Occasionally, I miss something, and it's all very well being active, but you've got to be active in producing income as well. Now, I know I said that don't worry about the income, be of loving service. Being of loving service will generate the income. So you've got to do something in that vein. And my main way is through emails in helping people to get started in our programs, because I challenge you now to, for the next 3 months, write down every program that people want you to join. And every 3 months, check the list and see how many of them are left. Very few will be left in 3 months, less in 6 months, hardly any in a year. Write us down on the list. We'll be here in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, 5 years. Hardly any business opportunity is here for 3 years. The ones that are tend to be things like the big corporations, New Skin, Herbalife, this sort of thing. And even they drop out of existence now and again. So do it as a challenge. Write them down and you'll see. So you want to be getting involved in things that are going to be here for a while, and We Share Abundance is the obvious answer. How do we know that it is the obvious answer? Well, we've been through lots of trials and tribulations. We've been around about 4.5 years now, which is about 4.5 times as long as most opportunities. Although we don't class ourselves as an opportunity, we have multiple opportunities within our community, within our environment, things that you can get involved in that will produce income for you if you go about things in the right way. It'll produce income for you if you go about things in the wrong way, but if you go about them in the right way, you'll be happy as well, and that's more important than the income. We've been through things that most other websites, let's just call it websites, would have closed down and given up, run away, gone off. We're still here. We're not perfect. We're a long, long way from being perfect, but we do strive to get a little bit better every day. And any day that we don't get a little bit better is a day wasted, in my opinion. And the same for me. Now, I may not notice the differences in me every day because it may be a tiny, tiny fraction of a percent that I improve in some area of my life. But when I'll look back in another 10 years' time, if I'm still around, 20 years' time, if I'm still around, I will see the compounding effects of all those little changes that have been made, and you'll do the same. And even when you don't notice it, other people will notice it. And so it's a good way to operate. And we operate that way, and we are building now for the future. We've got more things always coming along. And the things that we have, we are constantly improving. And if you don't change and evolve, you become extinct. You know, you're like the proverbial dodo. You just slip out of existence as though you'd never been around. And that's what happens to most websites. More come in the same vein. There's always lots of new ones that you can get involved in. But if you've got something solid that you know is going to be here today, tomorrow, the day after, the year after, the next decade, the next century, then it's always something that you can rely on. And it's fine to play with some of the other things, you know, if you enjoy them and you think that they are honest and you can promote them in a way that is helpful to other people. Nothing wrong with that, especially freebies, you know, free programs that come along. Most of them, we all know most of them don't really materialize into anything financially successful. But occasionally, one or two of them do. And if you keep them as freebies and don't get sucked into the, you can also buy this and buy that, then you can't get hurt financially. And they can be fun to play with and just get involved in and say, okay, this is where we are. But most of them won't produce anything. But if you've got something solid behind you anyway, in particular, something like our Share Help Powerline plan that is going to build over time and generate income for everybody that gets involved in it. Same with our 777 plan. Then you are in a position of strength and you can enjoy participating in these other plans. And if they work out for you, great. And if they don't, well, you've not lost everything because you've always got We Share Abundance. Okay, we've got a few more people in. We've got, I thought I'd seen Bazina before, but maybe I didn't. But she's in from Edinburgh in Scotland, and we've got Derek in from Wado City in Nigeria, Norman from Doncaster, England, Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA. I'm going to give you the numbers in a moment, but I haven't got them out. But I'm going to have to log in to an admin account anyway for the raffle. So I thought I'd done them actually, and I just looked for the paper and it wasn't there. So I'm going to log in now to an account. He said it's all gone black. Refresh. Okay. And then if anybody's got any questions or anything, we can deal with those as well while we are waiting to get in, and I can give you some numbers. The Share Hope plan, I can give you numbers for anyway. I think we have 470. 470? Oh, we have 470. I'm surprised. It's quite a jump. It's up 13 in the last 24 hours. That's not a huge increase, but it is in terms of the Share Hope plan, which has been a little bit up and down at the moment. People are just getting used to it, getting used to the idea that they can put in a little bit every week and it's going to repay them thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars down the line. It might take 3 years, it might take 5 years. But most people work 40 years to get a retirement pension of less than you'll end up with in 3 to 5 years in our Share Hope program. And they'll be putting in more than $2.50 a week to get the pension that they get. And even that pension isn't that secure. Nowadays, you know, some pensions, unfortunately, don't pay out what they promised and what people thought they were going to get. I've got a friend who is getting something like a tenth of what he planned on getting in his retirement through no fault of his own. He did everything correctly and right, but the people running the plans didn't. So it's a good idea to make your own way and have even if you only consider it a backup plan, you'll find probably that it'll be better than that, and your original pension will become your backup plan. Okay, we have 23,355 people now in the 777 plan, and that's an increase of 71 in the last 24 hours. Then we have our registered member count. That's up to 49,801. We do, by the way, take out anybody that doesn't get email verified. They get removed from the system. So 49,801 is 90. That's up 90 in the last 24 hours. 90 people have registered. And our active member count, 2952, is also up 90. A lot of people, when they do register, they go through the KYC at the same time, and that's a good move. You don't need it to get involved in everything that we have within our community, but when you want to withdraw some of your money, then that's when you do need it. So get it out of the way as quickly as you can. Let's have a look. We had Deborah. We've got Peter in from Cameroon, and we've got Don in from Vancouver Island, British Columbia in Canada. I've never been to British Columbia. I've got up the west coast, but never got over the border in Canada at that side. I've been in Quebec and Toronto a long time ago, but never made it to British Columbia. I've got a pal there, lives in Vancouver somewhere. Maybe one day. Okay. Right. Multiply Visa. I've not logged in. I'm going to log in, because if I don't log in, I'm going to miss the revenue share, and that would be silly. So I'm going to find Multiply Visa and log in. And having logged in, I will be able to, let's log me out of RoboForm. I don't know why it does that. It never used to. I don't know whether you use any password savers. I find RoboForm good. But it's not as good as it used to be, actually, because of the fact that I keep getting logged out of it, which I don't know whether it's something to do with the browser or whether it's RoboForm's program. I think it's the browser. I think the browsers have changed things, because some of the browsers I use, I don't get logged out of. I've lost ours. There we go. Okay. Let me... we've got Kingsley in as well from Manchester in England. And let's log in. We are now at $10,539, which is up $1 in the bonus pool. $39.14, 60, about 80 cents just for logging in from the revenue share. The membership base won't have changed much, if it has at all. I'm not going to bother with that. We'll give it you tomorrow for the 48 hours. Have we got any questions or anything? No. There was something that cropped up, and I think this is to do with us removing people that don't verify their email. Somebody has been putting in tickets saying, you know, this person joined with the wrong email and so couldn't verify their email. Now they get something like 7 to 10 days with before we remove them. So if they start putting in support tickets after they've been removed, they can't be found. So it's no good saying change the email, because you're not in our database anymore. You've gone. Now, in at least one of these situations, somebody enrolled somebody. I think they did the enrollment for them, made an error in the email address, and then entered them into one of the assisted positions in the 777 plan. So that person now has been removed from our database, but they filled up a position in the 777 plan. Now that won't affect the commissions. It'll appear as a ghost entry, which means that, okay, there's nobody actually there, but there was somebody there. Your commissions have been paid, but there's nobody going to look after that position. There's nobody can log in to that account to complete any further assisted positions, because the account doesn't exist anymore because they didn't verify their email. So what happens? Well, they just have to wait until the system will find somebody to put into that space. So what you should do is make sure that people are available. In fact, you shouldn't be registering them. You should let them register themselves so they know what they're doing, they know what they're getting into. and they verify their email, and once that's done and they can log in, then you can put them in to the 777 plan. Because otherwise you're defeating the object. Now, what can happen, and this is what I suggested to the person involved, is that they re-register, because they're not in our database. They can register again, put in their email, the same username. It's not there. They should be able to register completely with the correct email and the username that they tried to register with before. And hopefully that will tie in then to that entry in the 777 plan. But other than that, do the thing right in the first place and you won't have any problem. Okay, so that is something to do with us removing people that haven't verified their email. Why do we remove them? If they haven't verified their email, they can't log in. If they can't log in, there's nothing they can do. You should not be adding people that are not able to log in into your 777 plan. You should make sure that they are able to log in, have logged in, and know what things are about. Don't just fill things in and in the hope that it's all going to work out. Okay. We had Kingsley, but we've now got Nankiep as well from Nigeria. Okay, so you do now have your numbers, even though I'd forgotten to get them out previously. And we've got no questions. So while I am logged in, before the system logs me out again, which I hope it hasn't done already, let me just refresh the page to see. Nope, it's still there. We can do a screen share and we can draw the raffle. And here we go, I think. Yep. I've no idea how many tickets we sold. I think we sold about 120 last time, which isn't great, but I think it made a small profit. Let's have a look. 160. I think that is better than we've had for a while. That's wonderful. Well done, you guys. It's all for charity anyway, but you get a chance of winning a few dollars yourself. If we could get it up over a couple of hundred, if we could get to that 400, we could make the top prize a couple of $100, or we could give more for the second prize and this sort of thing. But while it's going, that's a good number. I'm pleased with that. So thank you, folks, for your support. And we will no doubt have some funds to put into the charity pot. And let's get it up to a figure where we can send some meaningful cash. The last time we got to $500, we sent £400 to Joey's Legacy Boxer Rescue. Something dear to my heart, because that's where I got Cody from. They're up in the Liverpool area, Ormskirk actually. But when we do the next one, once we've got around $200 in the pot at the moment. We want to get it up to about 500, and then we'll send it to somebody. And what we'll do when we've got to that amount, the people that are participating in the raffle will have the opportunity to recommend a charity, and then we'll have the members vote on the charity that is the charities that have been recommended. We're not looking for things like Red Cross and, the big ones. We're looking to help the smaller ones that are struggling. They don't even need to be a registered charity, as long as they are something that does voluntary work and needs a little bit of help financially. Okay, So that's where we are, and that's what we're going to do. And let me just check back in the app to see that we are displaying things correctly, and it looks like we are. So roll on the drums. Oh, before we do, I just want to make sure that you know I buy tickets for an admin account for Ami. If that wins, it goes in the charity pool. And we also have a couple of test accounts, one called Rosa, one called Rosita. If they win, it goes into the charity pool. Everything else is a member, and anything that members win goes into their available cash wallet. Okay, so so there we go. Just so you know, in case we get Rosa, Rosita, or Frammy coming up. Roll on the drums. And today's winner is, boom, Rosa. Oh, good. Not good for the members, but good for the charity pool. I think it'll push us up close to $300. So we're getting there a little bit. We had 53 for $1. So we had 133. So we made, there was what, 160 tickets sold. So that's $27. We made $107. I'm pretty sure that with that, we'll be over the $300 mark for some charity. We're getting the pool built up again. Good. So commiserations to all members, but there are 53 of you that got a prize. And if you want to see how you see that, you go to here, and then you go to the last draw results, and there you'll see Rosa at the top, and then you'll see all these here, and there are 6 pages of them, and there's just 4 on the last page. Okay, and see Lewis is there. He's in the webinar. Okay, so you can at least get your money back. Right, have we got any questions from anybody? Bibo savings sites is down. All sites go down now and again. I don't think it will be anything very serious, but let me just have a quick look. I've got a feeling I've got it here somewhere. It's coming up for me. So there you go. It's not got much information on it. Maybe they're doing some work on it, but the site is actually resolving. I don't know. No. I've got the full site up. You can see the site. I'll show it to you. I'm getting confident now. You see, you can do screen shares. It's actually there. There you go. I've just logged in. Boom. There it is, folks. So the site isn't down. It might have been down, but it's up again. Never panic when a site goes down. They often disappear for a short period of time and then come back up. You know, it can be a server overload. It can be all sorts of little technical problems that happen. We have very, very little downtime on our site, but even our site, we've got backups and backup servers and everything. But occasionally, you know, we have a situation where the site goes down. It doesn't take long to get it back, but it happens. Okay, so there you go, Nankiep. It's back up. If it was down, or it might, you know, sometimes I have a lot of trouble with the Chrome browser. I think because I use it a lot and I've always got a lot of tabs open in it, and I think it just says, oh, there's too much going on here, it's doing my head in, and it I get sites that I can't get to resolve on that browser. But the sites are okay if I go to another browser. If I go to Mozilla, Firefox or something like that, the site comes up, but it won't come up on Chrome. And then I have to reboot Chrome, but so it can be a local issue as well. But very, very rare that you get a site that never goes down, that is 100% of the time always available. Okay. No questions. I've given you the updates that I have, which are few and far between. And I have given you the numbers, and we've done the raffle. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you are from the Antipodes, you're into Monday morning already. Springtime coming up for people down in New Zealand and South Africa and Australia, places like that. So it's a good time of the year to be alive. Any time of the year, it's good to be alive, actually, isn't it? Okay, that's it from me. Get out there, go the extra mile, share love and abundance, be of loving service to others, and I'll be here 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, mañana, tomorrow, okay, Monday. Until then, I'll see you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. I'll see you later, alligator.